What if a single moment, just a few words spoken by a stranger, could change the life of the world's biggest superstar forever? Imagine standing in a packed arena, surrounded by thousands of screaming fans, when suddenly, the king of pop himself breaks down in tears right before your eyes. This is not just a concert story. It's a deeply human moment that reveals the hidden vulnerability behind Michael Jackson's legendary fame. Stay with me, because what you're about to hear is a story that has never been told in full. 1. That will change how you see Michael Jackson forever. It was a chilly November evening in 1988, and Paris was buzzing with excitement. The Bad World Tour, Michael Jackson's monumental global journey, was in full swing, and the city's Pale Omnisports arena was bursting at the seams. Over 40,000 fans had gathered, their hearts pounding with anticipation to witness the king of pop perform live. The atmosphere was electric, an overwhelming mix of joy, passion, and pure adoration. Michael had already dazzled the crowd for 2 hours, moving with his signature grace and energy. His iconic sequin gloves sparkled under the stage lights, every beat of the music matched by his flawless dance moves. The audience was in a frenzy. Women fainted, men wept, and children stretched their hands toward the stage, desperate to touch a piece of the magic. As the concert neared its climax, Michael prepared to perform his final song. But then something unexpected happened. Midway through his walk to center stage, he suddenly stopped. His eyes scanned the front rows, and then he froze, fixated on a single figure. There, pressed against the barrier, was a young girl, no older than 16. Unlike the rest of the crowd, she wasn't screaming or jumping. Instead, tears streamed down her face as she stared at Michael with a look of deep longing and pain. The band continued playing the intro, but Michael remained still, his gaze locked on her. The crowd sensed the shift in energy and quieted, holding their breath. Security guards exchanged uneasy glances, unsure of what was unfolding. Then, in a move that surprised everyone, Michael stepped down from the stage and extended his hand toward the girl. The arena erupted in cheers, but Michael waved the security away. He wanted her on stage with him. Her name was Marie-Claire Dubos, a teenager from a small town outside Paris. She had saved every franc she could for months just to afford a ticket to this concert. Life had been cruel to her. Her parents had died in a tragic car accident 2 years earlier, and she was now living with her grandmother, who was battling cancer. Through all the darkness, Michael's music had been her lifeline, the one thing that gave her hope when she felt like giving up. As security helped Marie-Claire onto the stage, she trembled with nerves. The blinding lights and deafening noise could have overwhelmed anyone. But when Michael took her hand and smiled, the world seemed to fall away. It was just the two of them, connected in a moment that transcended the spectacle around them. Michael led her to the center of the stage, the band still playing softly in the background, but he wasn't ready to start the final song. Instead, he leaned close and asked her gently, "What's your name, Angel?" Her voice barely a whisper, Marie-Claire replied, "Marie-Claire." "That's beautiful," Michael said, squeezing her hand. "Why are you crying, Marie-Claire?" The crowd roared, but in that bubble of intimacy, only the two of them mattered. With tears streaming down her face, Marie-Claire spoke words that would forever change Michael Jackson. "Your music saved my life when I wanted to die." Those 7 words hit Michael like a lightning bolt. His body stiffened, breath caught in his throat. This wasn't just a fan expressing admiration. It was a raw, honest confession of survival, a testament to the power of music to heal wounds that nothing else could touch. Michael's eyes filled with tears. The man who had conquered the world with his talent, who had faced relentless scrutiny and judgment, was undone by the simple truth of a young girl's pain. The crowd, sensing something profound, fell silent. Some fans wept, moved by the emotion radiating from the stage. Michael whispered back, You saved mine too." Then, in a moment that no one expected, he began to sing. Not the planned finale, but "She's Out of My Life," a song known for its raw vulnerability. His voice cracked with emotion, tears streaming down his face as he sang a cappella. The band quickly joined in, but this was no longer a performance. It was a prayer, a shared moment of healing between two souls. Marie-Claire stood beside him, no longer trembling, feeling as if she were floating. Around them, the thousands of fans seemed to vanish. It was just a man and a girl, united by pain, hope, and the unbreakable bond of music. When the song ended, the silence was overwhelming. 40,000 people sat stunned, many wiping away tears they didn't expect to shed. They had witnessed something rare and beautiful, two strangers saving each other's faith in humanity through a few words and a song. Michael hugged Marie-Claire tightly. "Thank you," he whispered. "Thank you for reminding me why I do this." As security escorted her back to her seat, Michael stood alone on stage, wiping his tears. The crowd erupted in the loudest applause of the night, but Michael was no longer performing. He was simply being human. Have you ever wondered what lies beneath the glittering surface of fame? Behind the dazzling performances and record-breaking hits, there are moments of raw, unfiltered emotion that reveal the true heart of a legend. This story from Paris in 1988 is one of those moments, a secret glimpse into Michael Jackson's soul that few have ever seen. Keep listening, because this is where the story takes a deeper turn. That night, back in his hotel room, Michael couldn't shake Marie-Claire's words from his mind. "Your music saved my life when I wanted to die." He had always known his music touched people, but hearing it expressed so directly, so vulnerably, was something new. In a world where he was constantly surrounded by people wanting something from him, here was someone who simply wanted to give something back. The next day, Michael's security team tracked down Marie-Claire and her grandmother. He arranged for them to have backstage passes for the next concert and sent a handwritten letter to Marie-Claire. "Dear Marie-Claire, your courage saved my faith in what I do. Never forget that your life has meaning and your story matters. You are not alone. Love, Michael." But the story didn't end there. 3 years later, during some of the darkest times in Michael's life, when fame, accusations, and personal struggles weighed heavily on him, he often thought back to that night in Paris. In interviews, he would allude to a young fan who reminded him why music exists, though he never revealed the full story. Marie-Claire went on to become a music therapist, dedicating her life to helping others who were battling loss and depression. She never sought fame or fortune from her moment with Michael. Instead, she carried it quietly as proof that genuine connection and compassion can happen anywhere, even in the chaos of a sold-out stadium. Years after Michael's passing, Marie-Claire shared the story with her own children. The night the King of Pop cried on stage because of 7 simple words from a broken-hearted girl, she told them that sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is tell someone the truth about how they've changed your life. That night in Paris, 40,000 people came to see a show. But what they witnessed was something far more profound. 2 strangers saving each other's faith in humanity, 1 song and 7 words at a time. If you think you know Michael Jackson, think again. Behind the glitz and glamour was a man who felt deeply, who was moved by the stories of those who found hope in his music. This story from Paris is a testament to the healing power of art and the unexpected ways we touch each other's lives. If this story touched your heart, don't keep it to yourself. Share it, celebrate it, and keep the legend alive. In a career filled with record-breaking achievements and unforgettable performances, this spontaneous, unscripted moment remains one of Michael Jackson's most treasured memories. It was a rare glimpse into the soul of a superstar. A moment when the King of Pop was simply a man, moved to tears by the courage of a young fan. So next time you listen to Michael's music, remember Marie Claire's words and the night in Paris, when music saved 2 lives. Because sometimes the greatest stories aren't the ones written in headlines. They're the quiet moments of connection that change everything. Thank you for joining us at Michael Jackson Behind the Legend. If this story moved you, please subscribe for more untold tales about the King of Pop. Like, comment with your own story of how music has saved your life, and share this video with fellow MJ fans who need to hear this incredible story. Together, we keep the legend alive.